Right, so I figured out you can export, well, sort of, you can link your account and through Bridge you get access to the metahumans that you created. So we've managed to bring this here. I just clicked on this and then my metahumans, and there she is. So if I click on that, I can set the resolution. I will definitely use 8K, start MHC, we'll start the MetaHuman creator, and I can just click download, and I think after that I should be able to export it to the engine. I will just heart that because I like it. So it's going to download and it'll probably take a wee while. So this will be very interesting. I shall pause the video and come back when it's ready. Okay, so we are downloaded. It took a long time, like 15-20 minutes or something. I don't know if that was just a network connection, but anyway, it's downloaded. I'm going to export it and hopefully it will open up Unreal Engine. Can export, please check for log details. Please make sure Unreal is running. Okay, let's launch 427 and I guess I might want to open the Metahumans project, to be fair. So it needs a open project where it's just going to import into that. Let's just open this one. Seeing as this has got all the shaders and the Groom plugin installed and things like that, makes sense. So I installed the Metahuman sample project first, and then realised that in order to make your character, you have to go to the Metahuman creator tool, and that's this button. Okay, so that done, I can now go back to here and export, hopefully. So yeah, once it's downloaded, this will become blue. It's still not liking it. Cannot export as, please check log. Is there a log? Plugin update, support for Unreal. Okay, but yeah, I recently just downloaded that, so I've got the latest. I think it's the plugin folder is wrong. Gonna get the error again, aren't I? Please make sure Unreal Engine is running. It is. Could not export assets, please check for. I don't know what the log is, so all I can think. See, go to files. I wonder if I can just import them manually, if that'll work. If I just grab that. Let's just copy the folder. Might not like this, but let's try it anyway. A bit lost with this, very new to it, so let's just try a new folder and call it temp. I'm just going to drag that in there, see what happens. Okay, import as data table. Yeah, not doing this right at all, am I? Because there's a JSON file in there. Okay, we need to figure that out. So the main thing I think is the plugin folder that I gave it to start with, and I don't know how to change that now. I've downloaded, what's this? Download settings. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Back. Export settings. 427, plugin location. This is what I think is wrong. So let's just try and get that right. I was trying to find it in Windows, but I couldn't. So settings, plugins, open plugins. How do we find our? Can we go to like engine stuff? I want to see show and explorer. Used to be something where I could see engine content. Let's see, Unreal Engine, properties, okay, this is it, it's in my D drive, I gave it the wrong location, I'm pretty sure I did. Let's just see, so go there, and, oh, no, I don't want it to open anything. Paste that and then get rid of that. Go here. Plugins, that's what I should have gave it. So just make sure you give it exactly that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that's the problem. Okay, I made a mistake. Hopefully it helps anyone else. So plugin location, paste that in. Select folder, install plugin. Installed default project. Well, there's not really a default project, you can assign that later. So that's that. Let's try export it. If this doesn't work, couldn't export assets. Please make sure. Right, I'll just close bridge, close this. Got a project open. We're in 4.27. Let's find bridge again. I wonder if because of the plugins installed now, I should restart. I should really restart. So I'll do Unreal, Big Game Launcher, go to my library, go into my Metahumans. Bridge open. Go to our metahuman here. My metahumans. We'll just wait on the project loading up. Go. I can see mega scans there, so bridge will be installed. Let's just check plugins and do bridge. Mega scans, quick, so bridge, okay. See metahuman if it comes up. Not that, I don't know about that. So export. There we go. Okay, we're good. So I had to restart the engine. So once you get that plugin path right, just make sure you restart the engine and restart bridge just for keeping it right. Okay, so that is now going to be coming in. That'll take a little while. Can't get back to it. So yeah, it's obviously doing it. You can hear the fans going crazy. Here we go. Import crawl. Computing closest guides and weights. Okay, just about there. It's a bit of a lengthy process if you're making characters and like you expect to do all your civilians in your game this way. It's going to take a chunk of time because the process, the download, took about 15 minutes on a good machine with decent internet. The import's taken another 5 minutes. The initial setup, isn't too bad. So I guess you're looking, and then the compiling shaders obviously is the other one. When you first import the Metahuman sample, it's like 20,000 shaders getting compiled, and that's these are initial overheads. I think this might be per character, this one, the compiling shader bit, but I think it might be updated shaders, to be honest, because God knows how many shaders it needs to compile. Really, I mean, the eyes, the hair, the clothes, they're all doing what they should. So yeah, the overhead time compared to something like Character Creator, where you can make the clothing, you put it on the character, you can hide the underside mesh, you can export that straight into Unreal, apply the materials. But not to say there might not be better integration later. It seems pretty robust as it is so far. I don't see it getting much. I don't see much changing really, because for Unreal Engine to have Metahuman Creator built into the engine instead of the standalone thing, it's not outside the realms of thinking, right? It might happen, but it could make the engine longer to load. Okay, so that should be under Metahumans, I'm assuming. Yeah, Crow. Doing more stuff. Get a blueprint here, which is nice. Okay, looking good. Engine's a wee bit, it's a bit of latency with stuff, like if I put the FPS on, I'll bring this up to 200, this is a good way of stress testing stuff. Look at that. Yeah, as soon as you put that to 200, you're getting kind of like a true value, because think about it, it's going to be full screen. Let's just try 115. Right. And it's similar to what you're going to get when you're full screening and stuff like that. So you're getting a bit of a jumpy frame rate. Right, so I'll click this. This is going to be, so that's that guy, and I'm bringing my one. Take a little second, let's just zero the values out. And let's rotate that 98, and where are you? Love the way the hair just flops around like automatically. It's just there, built in, working. Yeah, fantastic. So I was saying the other option that I have now is to fix the eyes of the character. So got the eyes, eyebrows, eyelashes, hair, face. Don't know if that includes the eyeball. Yeah, includes the eyeballs. The only thing I don't like is you get the right eye and left eye. I don't understand why that is, and you can't really multi-edit. Let's just put this frame rate down to 60, the screen percentage down a bit. You see the quality will be a bit lossy, but I'm getting really bad frame rate from this. Texture streaming pool over budget. When I get too close, it's like, it's too many. Too many textures. Right. So this is, I think it's got quite a big overhead to it, to be honest. I'm just going to hide this guy. He might be culled, but I'm going to make sure I get the most out of this. Let's put this back to 100. I just want to see if I get a frame drop. Get an initial frame drop here. Just thinking. It's really struggling. I don't know why it's struggling so much. Okay, right. So I was looking at the eye, BB Crow, face, got the eyes. Can I multi-edit? Bulk edit. This is what they need. They need the ability to edit two materials at the same time because they both come up individually. It's a good thing about Unity as well. You can kind of do that if they're the same shader and the same parameters. You can, have both being edited. Because all I want to do is, what's slowing it down? It keeps highlighting stuff, and that's an overhead. So it's highlighting all the little hairs. It's in beta. You have to forgive it a bit. Right, so the eyes can now have their pupils dilated. This would be something to you could control with which one am I doing? Probably one on the other side. Pupil scale. Come on, it's very unresponsive. Right, I think I did something there. It's hard to see. 2, yeah, look at the dilation in that, 1.6. If I make the eye color a bit stronger, you'll see it. I've added a hue slider as well. I think it rebuilt the shaders, to be honest, because I had another thing here to change the hue. But you've got iris brightness. Come on. And then I'll just put that to 2. Oh, that's a bit better. You should be able to see the pupil scale now, so I'll do that to 1. So you could do a really nice dilation here, so that pupil size doesn't match the lighting, right? It doesn't feel natural. It feels like they're dilated. You'd expect it to be brighter, so it's something to be mindful of. If it's quite dark, your pupils are going to be bigger to absorb just enough light so you can see everything. So 1.5 and brightness, I'll do 2.2. And I'll go to this one. Where have I put it? Brightness 2.2 and pupil scale 1.5. Now we got the same thing. Let's just choose the short a bit easier, and then make sure I focus, and then I'll just use the WASD G a couple of times. I'll get rid of that outline eventually. I can change the near and far clip plane up here, I think. I can change the far, I can't change the near. I think you do the near inside settings. World settings. I don't know if it's in this one. No, it's in your project settings. Near clip plane 10. I just changed that to 0.1. I like to see everything. Right. It doesn't actually work. Let's bring the camera speed way down. 0.5. Super slow. Oh, it's thinking again. And I wonder if I was to simulate this, would you be animated? Oh, the other one just came in.
I am a metahuman.
Hello.
Next generation of digital human powered by Unreal Engine.
Standing on my character.
High fidelity digital characters created by you, the user, on our new content creation platform.
I think she's a wee bit low.
I am fully rigged, ready for animation and motion capture, allowing you to work in context.
Very nice. I'd love to see how that was made. So yeah, as you can see, the frame rate isn't great. It's definitely not optimized. The loading is the loading there? Yeah, the loading is there. So we get a good frame jump. So we get about 50 something. Come back, we get about 60 something there. Up to 70. But yeah, there's a massive overhead for this. So if you're going to do multiple characters in the same scene, it's going to get a little busy. Let's move him out as well. And so we got 3 metahumans in the scene. I'm getting 120 now. Oh, as soon as I jumped there. So 3 people chatting away. Get a massive frame drop, and it's not even full screen. So if I full screen that, 25. Texture streaming's struggling. Nicest bit of this is the hair. The eyes are a really complex shader. You could essentially simplify that. The hair is obviously the nicest part of this. So it needs a bit of comparison. I do have a hair mesh that I'm going to bring in just to see how it looks. See if I can get a nicer style. We don't really need hair like this, but that would be handy to do this. And like, how do you do that as cards? What happens when you zoom out from her? What is 1 LOD, 2 LOD, 3 LOD? Look, it's like this kind of strange looking thing. Okay, right, so that's the process there. So we're getting closer to working this out and thinking about what we need to do, and that'll end this video.